Kyo. Got it. And we will see our first tank of the game here at 76% and a Witch at 38. And I believe we'll wait to do roster rundowns until they get out of the safe room here. And our first attack is going to be a Charger, Smoker, Boomer, and I believe that's a Jockey. Yes, it is.
Indeed, it will be. So as soon as this game gets underway, we're gonna have. You did roster rundown last game. I think I should do it this one.
All right. We'll let you do the roster rundown then. Go for it, Kissme.
For Team Ayamanashol over on the right side, we're gonna have Keo, Loud, Slay, and Spartan over on the SI side for 77. We're gonna have Relapse, Royal Noise, Kenton, and Dylan, and we are live, and they are out safe from Pole going on to Coach initially right off the safe from. Nice double turn on Survivors. Jockey does land on the Coach there for a second. Boomer gets a nice quad boom out on him just as well. It's gonna be quite a bit of damage out onto Ayamanashol right off the bat. But if there was a spitter there, a lot more damage would be put out. But unfortunately, they had a Boomer.
Yeah, exactly what you just said. And that quad charge was nice. They actually were going for the death charge first, but Coach actually stood behind the fence there in order to not take that kind of damage. We're going to have a Witch up here relatively soon, yes we do, on the left side here of the bus. And you can see exactly what the Survivors decided to do with that. Shotgun seems to be in the hands of Ellis, who is in the hands of Spartan. We do have a Hunter actually pre-spawned up to that Witch to try to block this. Survivors is going to be shopping around in that room over there, and I believe they're going to have to take maybe 2 more hits before this tank gets up. 1 or 2, depending.
Probably 1 if they just cut through the bar. They could probably get the tank up right there. So that'd be a quick way to get the tank set off. But this Witch is definitely going to be quite a bear to deal with for Survivors. Kyo's just trying to pick away at that Hunter. He gets quite a bit of chip on him, and that Hunter's actually getting pretty hurt right now. And that Witch is Hunter's going to scratch and get her all the way up pretty much. And yeah, for those of you that don't know, that's a little trick with the Witch. At the moment she starts getting a little bit stumped, or startled, I should say, if any SI walks over and scratches her, she'll get almost, I guess you could say, like 99% startled. And if a Survivor basically looks at her with a flashlight on, she'll go. Or like gets
this
closer,
Hunter
pretty much.
Yeah, this Hunter is getting chipped though. Like the Survivors are just playing it very patiently, baiting it out here. We're gonna have a Smoker, a Hunter, a Spitter, and a Charger for Team 757 on this Witch hit. But Team Ayamanashol, oh my gosh, Team Survivors is doing a good job of just picking this Hunter and just not giving the infected really anything to work off of. Rochelle's kind of trying to cut around too. Hunter's eventually going to give up and just pounce away, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's really going to get much done there. Ayamanashol is just not in the mood to really just mess with this Witch or like get aggressive with her. Just kind of sit back and just let it play out however it does. Hunter does finally go down by Keo, killing off Kenton, and Ellis go for the draw onto the Witch. Try to jump from above, get nice swipe by the Witch onto Ellis. Nice charge just as well onto Coach. Spitter does miss that spit though onto him, and that's going to be a lot of damage onto Coach. And just nice play there by the SI. They did lose the Hunter there early on in the attack as, you know, once again Kenton did manage to kill him. Or no, Keo managed to kill Kenton. And, you know, just it all tumbled from there, but Survivors still managed to take a lot of damage from that, unfortunately.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that Hunter baiting there really didn't do the infected a whole lot of good, but due to the fact that Survivors kind of focused on that, then the Smoker was able to get that pull on the draw crowner. And we are going to see our first tank of the game for Team 757 up into the hands of World of Noise. So should we leave it here or should we take it over to a war room?
Let's just throw it right over to a war room for 757.
Oh, wait.
Shit. This pause is nice. We can strategize, like they always say. What do you want, Juan?
I'm not gonna put their strategies up on stream because it's not even live. And now they're like, let's just strategize. But we're going live now, so let's just go and toss it back over to their war room.
Thanks, Kissme.
Okay. Wait for Dylan.
Wait. Okay, go.
Go. Next set of spawns is going on.
Okay. just gonna bleed him out a little long. I'm going.
Nice.
Help her.
Damn, Dylan. Slow as fuck. It's good.
That's it. Good tank
Oh,
one.
yeah, pause. That was good,
Good job.
yeah.
We're back. Absolutely huge tank there by Rolled Noise. Just taking it right to a Ayamanashol and getting the wipe. Beautiful support though there by the SI. Jockey and Boomer just doing massive amounts of work there.
Yeah, very much not more you could have asked for there. That Boomer was able to land a beautiful double boom there with the support going in and actually landing. Like, I think everything landed on that hit. And even though the clears were able to come in, World Noise played a beautiful tank there with that commit.
Definitely. And now we see just what Ayamanashol has up their sleeves for the SI side. Hopefully they can manage to keep the game closer after the first map going into the second.
Indeed, now they are going to have that chance to try to equal what 757 just did to them. The first hit again is going to be a Jockey, Charger, Smoker, and a Boomer. We have the Jockey spawn up on the left, pre-spawning around, making some noise, scaring the heck out of 757, because Jockeys are scary, man. Then we have the Smoker poised to spawn there. Boomer's actually going to get nicely shut down by Dylan. Charger's going to go in there and he's going to land on the Nick. But unfortunately, the Smoker was not able to pull him back for the Charger to charge. Jockey gets shut down, and only about 10 damage going out from the Special Infected team on that first hit.
Yeah, so really not what they wanted there. Ayamanashol was definitely hoping for a bit more damage there on 737. And we're going to have Rochelle just beasting our way through the common here, working our way up to the Witch, and just going to get that pretty much easy crown, I'm sure. And Dylan again, 1,219 damage crown onto the Witch. And that'll be all she wrote for that.
Having 757 another nice 25 points there. And like we saw in earlier games in this tournament, 757 has a way of just shutting down infected attacks at Survivor a good portion of the time here. It's just something like that's really clean about their Survivor play. It's hard for me to put a finger on.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, World Noise is one of the leaders of Left to Learn, which is the, it's like the beginner group, I guess you could say, of competitive Left 4 Dead. It's where you get introduced to the config if you want that route. Unless you just want to jump into pugs, but then you might, you know, things might happen. You might not want to do that. But we're going to have an attack coming here as Tank does come up. But Boomer does land under a shell there for a split sec. And it's going to draw a bit of Horde, and Tank will be up in the hands of Slay for a Ayamanashol.
As we mentioned, we do only indeed have a 757 Worm, so we will be keeping this tank here, yes?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it here unless chat, of course, wants to hear what 757 says for Survivor side.
We'll see what chat thinks, but for right now we do have this tank in the hands of Slay, throwing his rocks around here, crouching down on the roof, trying to get some LS on these survivors. Kenton has his Uzi out there and is trying to chip this tank. He's actually not getting them sight right now, so he will be losing his first pass in a couple seconds if they don't get a rock. It's going to be a nice Jockey high pounce for no damage, and a nice charge he got on Kenton here too. Rock goes in there and does manage to miss. The tank is on second pass, a little bit of chip going out on the survivors there. Could have been a lot better if Tank had managed to land his rock, but he did not. And unfortunately now, with his SI spawns the way they are, he's going to commit before those spawns are up, unless he wants the tank to go AI, which I don't believe is optimal here. He's down to 35% rage, 30%, 25, and now he will indeed commit with his spawn still about 4 seconds from being up. He's going to go in there, he's following the survivors around, he's going to deny a nice punch on to Ken, but that's a separation punch. Rochelle juking him out a little bit, he's already down to 1,400 health, and 757 pretty much has nothing left to do here to kill this tank. 655 health left, 550. Jockey and the Hunter are both going in, that's going to be a nice, actually nice 2-cap now landing, that's going to be a good amount of damage, but Rochelle does get the clear. Going out there, he has 3 health, and he does manage to land 1 punch before dying. That's a nice Jockey on Kenton too. So a fair amount of damage going out, but not a whole lot from that tank for Team Ayamanashol.
Indeed, Tank managed to land, I think, only 2 punches in total, and indeed Slay does have 48 points, so 24 points for each punch. And yeah, pretty much only 2 punches coming out from that tank. Really unfortunate that he didn't land that first rock when the SI attack went in, the first SI attack, I should say. So he's pretty much forced to commit and lose about 5,000 health before, you know, his teammates were even up.
Yeah, and that's really unfortunate, like we said, because if that 1 rock lands, then he's able to get a little bit more recalibrated on his second pass, or maybe in his first pass, depending on when it was when he threw it. But they still got a fair amount of damage, but this is going to be a pretty nice lead for Team 757, barring a catastrophic breakdown at this last hit.
Yeah, they're definitely looking to be sitting pretty here when the first half of the second map does begin. And really, just 757 just ghosting the way up here, just trying to, you know, be out this attack, and they're probably just going to start focus firing things once it comes in. Hunter just works his way in, Smoke gets a pull onto Rochelle there, Hunter gets dead stop, then shut down, and Spitter actually completely misses the spin onto the charge survivor. I believe the Spitter thought that the Hunter was going to land, but unfortunately Alice got the dead stop and then killed the Hunter. And Charger just took Ellis far away from the spit, and nothing came from that at all. So,
Indeed.
yeah, it's 757 will make the safe with a 352 health bonus. So that's going to be a little bit of a score differential here coming into the second map. About 600 points, 612 if you want to be exact.
Yeah. 612. We can do math on this stream. That's good. Math, man.
Yo, just...
So, I believe... sorry.
Just a little fun Kissme story. I failed Algebra 2 in 12th grade, and instead of failing me, no, it was in 11th grade. I failed it, and instead of failing me, my math teacher had me come into school after school was already over. It was already summer break, and I had to retake my final. And for some reason, I did worlds better, and I don't know why.
I'm happy. And so can you
so
do algebra now?
I can do math. No, I'm just saying I can do math. I'm good. Don't worry about it. Yo, college math
right,
I got
then.
college math I got like 105. Like I don't understand, but algebra 2 I couldn't do it. But then summer came and I could do it.
Interesting.
It's a random Kissme story. Yeah, let's just go with that.
I'm gonna have to make that a console command now. Kiss me story! Exclamation point! Kind of like exclamation point ready up.
Yo, I have a lot of stories. You guys don't even want to get me started.
Kiss me.
People in chat are saying Kissme was banging the teacher.
Kiss me! Ready up!
It was a Kissme story. I had to say it.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, besides me banging my math teacher, we're gonna be going live with the second map here.
That's totally what happened.
No, it wasn't what happened. She was a nice woman, and she just let me. You know, she felt bad that I would have failed the class.
Reloading.
I see. So for our first infected attack here for Team Ayamanashol, we're gonna see a spitter, a jockey, a smoker, and a charger. First gonna get a pull there, and the charger's gonna go in there, and actually he's gonna manage to intercept onto Ellis. Jockey's gonna get a couple. Wait, what the hell just happened? Oh, the jockey landed on Ellis. And Ellis actually got out of spit there because of the god frames that the jockey gave him. So only a little bit of damage going out in the world of noise. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a misplay there by the SI. And I know some people say, oh, SI is so easy to play and whatnot, but stuff like that is what makes it hard to play. You actually have to be aware of those things, and you have to understand, like, if I go on to the Survivor right now, I'm going to be pretty much pushing everyone out of the spit, and I might even end up risking him getting out of the spit as well. And Jockey, I don't know if he took the risk or just... you know, subconsciously just jocked Ellis, and it saved him from a lot of damage.
Yeah, I don't know who said that SI is easy at the competitive level, because at the competitive level, coordinating SI is actually quite difficult, because you have to have teammates who are completely on the same page. You have to try to get attacks into a bunch of survivors who have been playing, you know, general FPS and stuff like that. And one of the things that separates Left 4 Dead from other games is that whole SI and element here. It's not just people shooting people; it's people shooting, you know, crazy zombies. And the zombies have to be able to coordinate with each other and like communicate really, really well. So I think it's actually tough to play SI. Really, really tough. We see the hit going in here right now, and that's going to be a dead boomer, a dead charger, annihilated jockey, and a spitter that doesn't hit. That's what I was talking about with 757 Survivor play.
Yeah, they just have really good awareness, and they're good at focus firing the targets. As soon as that charger came in, it was dead. As soon as the boomer tried to come in, it was dead. Like, they just know the big things to, you know, watch out for. Like, jockeys and hunters, you don't have to really pay all that much attention to, because they're not immediate threats unless there's a hunter going for a DP. Like, even if they land, they're easily clearable. But things like boomers and chargers, those are things that can open up the doors for the hunter and jockey to really become a factor. So
Exactly.
As long as you shut out the main initiator, I guess I would say, like, you should be generally fine, unless, you know, something does go wrong and the SI somehow get a good land after you shut down the boomer charger. But we're going to have a boomer going and getting some proxy onto Nick there, and there's a charger waiting at the bathroom here. Tank is up in the hands of Spartan, trying to work his way in. Charger goes in for charge, lands a single charge out onto Rochelle, and there'll be an AI Smoker with the Hunter working his way in. Hunter lands onto Coach for a couple ticks. AI Smoker gets a pull on Rochelle, and this tank looking for a rock on the survivors, throws the rock out, but does not land. Gets skeeted by Elsa, actually. And, yeah. So once again, we only have a 757 war room for this game, so we're going to be keeping it here for Ayamanashol's SI tank players.
Indeed, and this tank is in a little bit of a rough spot right now because he needs a rock if he wants to keep his first pass, and his SI support are only coming up right now. He's going to have to move into position pretty quickly to get this rock, and he is going to be running across these hedges. Survivors are getting back into position. It's going to be a smoker, a jockey, and a charger for Team Ayamanashol's next hit. Waiting on this tank to throw a rock. He's going to pick up his rock right now and throw it at the survivors. Not going to hit anything. 20% frustration left on first pass with 90% health. Still haven't sent the hit in yet. I believe he actually is about to pass. Indeed, he does. Now he's on second pass. I have to be careful with this hit here. Kiss me.
Yeah, he should be trying to keep somewhat LOS, unless he's just planning on pushing his tank in right away. And indeed, that's what they're going to do. They was waiting for that side to come up, and now we're going to come in the tank here onto the survivors, looking for something to happen here. Let's go and get some third person of this tank going on. Tank's just really just tunnel visioning onto Alice. Does get pulled there by a smoker, obviously. And Tank still has yet to manage to land a punch. There he goes. He's landing punches onto Coach. Now 2 punches on the Coach. 3 punches, and this will be pretty much end the Tank. Tank does manage to die there finally after downing Kenton. And that'll be all.
Yeah, so it gets it down on the Kenton, but like we said, that's not a whole terrible lot of damage. It is a pretty tough tank to play with the push tank style. Playing Rock in that area is actually quite fun if you have the right hits to do it, but unfortunately they didn't really seem to be going for a Rock tank there.
No, they definitely had it in mind to just push that tank in as soon as their SI spawns came up. You could just tell that that's what they were going to do, because the tank didn't have any real, I guess, initiative to take LOS from the survivors. He basically just sat back the entire time behind the bush to actually minimize the chip that he took.
Yeah, and after minimizing that chip there, now they're going to do a lot more chip onto the survivors here. They do have that entire event to get through, and they have another attack coming right now. Bruce's going to swap and get nicely popped there by Dylan. Hunter's going to go in there. Is going to actually not get skied until now, as Dylan does ski him. Spit's going to go in there, not really land on much. Jockey gets a little bit of a ride on Coach into the Spit. Spitter gets killed, so a little bit of damage going up, but really not a whole lot so far.
Yeah, 757 is definitely sitting at a good position right now. World Noise and Kenton will probably be popping their first set of pills here very shortly. Kenton's actually already popped one, but found another set somewhere. And pretty much when this event starts, they should just pop the pills, or else World and Kenton will risk going slow here, or maybe even being down, because World's sitting at exactly 40 HP right now, so you don't want to be going slow. Kenton's at 41, and I would just pop the pills to actually avoid any possible in-caps during this, because that's not what you want.
Exactly. It looks like the Infector are going to be going in for another hit right now. The Smoker's going to miss his pull off the bridge. Charger's going to get chipped down here. Boomer's going to land a nice boom, though. Now, they're going to wait for that Charger to try to come in. Smoker's going to get pulled. Now, nice Charger's going to go out. Not going to get leveled. Land on Dallas. And actually, a nice tri-cap for a moment there, as the Jockey is on Nick in the front as well. So that's a lot of damage coming out right now onto Team 757. And Relapse, who's usually the carrier of health bonus for Team 757, is getting absolutely destroyed by this Jockey right now. His teammate Ellis is going to try to pull up and save him, but that's going to be almost a full down there onto Relapse.
Yeah, that was highly unfortunate. That Jockey landed way early in that attack, but for some reason, 757 just kind of tunnel visioned on the Charger and Smoker in the back, and they just let Relapse take a lot of unnecessary damage. If they had just turned around and just all shot the Jockey a few times, Jockey was actually pretty hurt when he first landed onto Relapse. So they probably should just look for the clear onto the Relapse and then concentrated back onto the other SI.
Yeah, he had a nice ski going out there by Dylan, ground skiing the Hunter there as he landed. Then we also have the Spitter, the Charger, and the Smoker up for Team Ayamanashol on this hit, and they're going to be trying to hit as Relapse is pushing this button here with Ellis right behind him. Actually, all survivors are climbing up at the moment. Probably going to try to clear common, I guess, from up there. And as they jump down and prove me wrong. Next attack's going to be a Jockey, a Spitter, a Charger, and a Smoker. So they're going to wait to hit until the survivors get under them.
I wouldn't be surprised if they throw the attack in right now. Indeed, that's a good thing to do. And we're going to have the attack right here. Jockey gets dead up, but then actually gets hit. Nice brief tri-cap there. And that's going to be spit down on Ellis. That's definitely going to be in-cap onto World Noise. And there she goes. She goes down. And the other three survivors actually look pretty grim just as well. Kenton's sitting at about, I believe he's at like 16, 15 HP maybe. Relapse at 31 and Dylan at 61. And there's a lot of temporary health to be said throughout the survivors. So there you got to make safe, and they got to go now.
Indeed. Now we do have a Witch here, and we have a Smoker sitting on this Witch. Probably against one of the survivors that doesn't have health bonus, as in not Dylan, to crown it. Witch just has actually gone off. He's going to be going in there. He's going to get nicely draw crowned by Kenton. Brief pull one out, too. Now there's going to be a Jockey on the Coach. There's going to be a down on the Kenton as well. He's actually going to be back up black and white after this.
Indeed, and a really nice draw crown there by Kenton. Even though he did take down there, it wasn't down from the Witch, it was actually down from Common and the SI that attacked him. But he did get the 25 points there, so that's pretty much all that 757 could have hoped for. Even if they wipe now, it's still a successful round. They got the majority of points without making, safe room.
Right, and carrying the lead that they had from the first chapter here, they're going to be up by a sizable margin, probably about 1,000 points before Ayamanashol's survivor turn. We do have a Jockey going out here onto World Nose in the front. It's going to in-cap her. And then we also have Relapse going down in the back. And the Smoker still is going to be trolling here, actually, preventing that pickup from happening, as Dylan has just a little bit of health left, both permanent and temp. So Team 757 is pretty beat up right now. Team Ayamanashol has to be pretty happy with how it's gone. But I'd be happy if I were 757, I'd be happy with making the safe room just with this.
Yeah, and Rochelle actually finds a set of pills, And she's going to go ahead and pass them over to her friend Nick, AK Relapse. Or actually, no, Dylan's going to hold on to them. Dylan wants the pills. Charger only gets one punch onto Coach and actually gets the kill onto Kenton. 2 punches killing off Kenton. So Coach is dead, and Jackie going getting dead something hit in the face with a pan by her shell. And actually, no, Relapse stole that with a shotgun. And that'll be the end of the round. 757 actually making the save with a 72 health bonus. Coach did die there at the very end, unfortunately. But, I mean, 757 is still sitting at quite a sizable margin lead here. 1,273 to 165. Ayamanashol has yet to go on their survivor half, though, so that's not the official score at the end of this map.
Right, and that's up to Team Ayamanashol to really bring it a lot closer than what it is at right now, because being down by a sizable margin, like we saw it happen with the point differential in the last game that we talked about, and how that ended up being a 900-point win for Serious Business. Being down, and they were only up by like what, 400 points come the third chapter, so they managed to gain 500 points there as well. Like we said, what we tend to notice with Parrish here is that some points do indeed come from the first and second map, obviously, but the real legwork comes in the longer maps in the third and fourth chapter too. So as long as Team Ayamanashol really is able to make up some distance here, they'll put themselves in an okay position for the second half of this game.
Definitely. I mean, Ayamanashol is by no means out of this game yet. They as long as they can make this safe room with some sort of decent health bonus, they can just start clawing the way back into the game. Once again, it's not like this game's over and done with by any means. They just have to tighten up on the survivor play and just work on their side well. Although their side last map were pretty good, especially during the event. That was a monstrous hit that absolutely decimated 757. And, you know, just tighten up survivor play. That's my big thing for Ayamanashol right now.
Yeah, they really need to, because after that first chapter, they took the early wipe on the tank played by World Noise, and so now they really need to make up for it just by not really just doing something different in this, being a little bit more aware of what's going on around them.
My comment are blinking.
What?
My comment are blinking.
It's a good sign. Oh, another big thing Ayamanashol has to do is they have to not take a whole lot of damage at this tank. And someone tells me that 757, they have players on their team that are some of the most outstanding rock tanks that I think I've ever seen. So I'd expect to see a pretty long tank if they can pull it off. Are your comments still blinking?
My comment is still blinking.
It might have something to do with the ready up.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess you compare it to Christmas lights.
I don't know. And now we are going to see Kyo come back, so we will be getting this underway momentarily for our second half of our second chapter in this game. And again, we're going to be seeing an identical hit for Team 757 on the infected side with a Spitter, Jockey, a Charger, and a Smoker. So this actually has the propensity to do a whole lot of damage.
Indeed it does. And for those of you that don't actually know, it's kind of off topic of the game and everything in general, but tonight is daylight savings time.
Yes.
Fall back, spring ahead. So you're losing an hour of sleep tonight, everyone. I'm sorry to tell you guys that, but it's happening.
Oh, no. That means we're going to lose that hour, and everyone's going to be miserable come Monday.
Hey, I have to get up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, which means if I go to bed at 1, which is probably when I'm going to be going to bed, that means I'm not even getting that. I'm getting like 5 hours of sleep or something. I'm going to be so upset. No, I'm getting 6 hours actually.
Then we have a oh, and it looks as though we do have a sub coming in right now. Duma has joined the game. Okay then. So Duma showing up to play for Team Ayamanashol here instead of Slay. Was Slay actually on their roster, or was Slay just a ringer?
I'm not entirely sure. I believe he was on the roster. I believe I did put his name over on the event that I made for this. Oh no, there was no event for this, but I believe I do remember seeing his name. So I do believe he is actually on the team.
Okay. Interestingly enough, now we do indeed have Duma coming into sub, and we'll see Team Ayamanashol. Why can't I not say their name? I forgot how to say their name for some reason. Ayamanashol. Ayamanashol on Survivor side here with Duma, of course, of Team Porquet fame. And yeah, that changes the dynamic of the game a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Duma and Ozzy, along with Kyo, they're just really long-time friends, and they've been on multiple teams together. They're known. They're actually pretty well known in the American scene for quite a long time, and they're also known for some of their shenanigans, obviously. But good players in general, nice guys as well. They're just kind of a little on the trolly side, but you know, they're fun to get along with. And we're gonna have the first attack of the match starting off here, or around. I should say, nice tri-cap going on right away by 757. Beautiful play. That is one hell of a way to start a round. That's a lot of damage onto 3 survivors, and Shell's actually finding a way to take a bit of a damage as well.
Yeah, that was brutal. That was just completely brutal. They managed to actually go in there. We see Duma just spamming some things on skateboard, taking that in cap. So yeah, Duma changes the dynamic of the game a little bit, and instant beautiful tri-cap from Team 757 going out on Team Ayamanashol, and that really puts them in an exact opposite of what they need to do this chapter.
Yeah, they need to just ace that first attack. That's what they needed. Like, they have to stay away from bleeding for this tank, but I mean, after the first, they're in the bleed zone with almost 3 people. Kyo is on the brink of it. He's in the high 40s with health bonus right now, and Duma is at like, I think 40 exactly, maybe like 41 or 42. We're gonna have an attack working his way in, and Charger land, nice double charge. Actually, Charger gets cleared after he hits that double charge. Double boom going out onto Rochelle and Coach, and Spitter has pretty much nothing to spit on. And boom will proxy over onto Coach, and that'll be the attack.
But we saw Duma there actually had to commit his kills as well, and Kyo is close. I believe one survivor is now blitzing for the gazebo. That is going to be Spartan. So he's picking up his melee there, and I think Team Ayamanashol knows now that they are just fighting against the nick of time here because they still have a tank to deal with. So he's Kenton trying to go in here with his smoker. I'm guessing whether or not he might indeed even be the tank. He's going to get pulled here under a shell for a couple seconds, and he's going to get cleared. The rest of the attack is setting up a little bit further in front for Team 757. They have a Charger, Spitter, and a Jockey, trying to do as much damage as they possibly can before this tank spawns up. And Kenton spawn will be up again in another 11 seconds, but again, I'm not sure if he's going to be the tank or not. I don't know why they'd send that smoker in. Maybe they just tried to get something around the corner. Who knows? And the tank's going to be up into the hands of Relapse.
Indeed it will, and once again, we only have a 757 war room. But this is 757's tank, obviously in the hands of Relapse, as Rail said. So, what do you think we should do with this? Well, I don't know if he's going to do a rock tank, but I think we should.
I still think we should hear it. Yeah, me too. So, do it.
Push. They're looking to go forward.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Just wait. Don't hit yet. Just get sight. He's got good sight. Maybe he can get a rock or 2. But just wait. They're gonna push forward if we hit. So let them bleed out.
Yes.
Alright, ready for a rock? Let's go, because he's losing rage.
I'm ready.
Oh, that was close. I'm gonna pull one, and once he's recharged, we'll go for a rock. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
1.
You wanna keep rocking?
I'm probably gonna go in.
Okay.
I don't want him to take that area.
Alpha?
Nice.
Nice.
What's up with you down there? Come on.
As 77 said at the very end of that war room, nice. And that's exactly what I would call a tank. It was very nicely played there by Relapse. A lot of nice curve rocks happening. And he just really kept alive for longer than it should have been.
Indeed, and the one that he saw, that we saw, I don't know where you were camera-wise there, but I saw that curve rock go just completely around those bushes and land on Coach when Coach was trying to push him into the central area there. So now we see Team Ayamanashol's health, and it's not looking good right now, Kissme.
Yeah, definitely not. Ayamanashol's definitely dying for some health here. And we'll see what they can do to actually make it to save him. I don't foresee them being able to make it though, unfortunately, because this is a really beast crescendo, really quite a barrier to bear with.
Reloading.
Indeed, I mean this is one of the toughest events I believe in the entire game, because just the waves of common that spends and the necessity that's a gauntlet event that forces you to move. It's like, God, there's a lot of common. So now we're going to see a Smoker, Spitter, Jockey, and Charger up for Team 757. Interesting to see if they hit before or after here. They kind of like poised to jump in from on top of the bridge. They're probably going to wait for survivors to get right out of that little Sevo trailer. Right, Ceda trailer.
You gonna be okay.
Sevo trailer.
No. Go down again.
This might need to be a thing.
Get ready. Turn off the alarm.
Anyway, so we're going to see Team Ayamanashol pushing out. And looks as though Team 757 staying up both behind and in front. They're going to send their pinners in right now. It's going to be a nice jockey charge there. And also a nice smoker pull out on Nelson in the back. So that's going to be a down onto Kyo. And also the smoker pull did a nice amount of damage on the Spartan, bring him down to about 1 health. And Death Spit on Kyo just to add insult to injury there.
And Coach actually backed into spit there for a second at the very end. Smoker goes in and gets the scratch onto Ellis. Going to kill off Ozzy, aka... No, actually, that's just Spartan. That's like Ozzy. And yeah, Smoker does end up dying after he goes for the pull onto Rochelle. Rochelle's not going to have any part of that, though.
Yeah, and then the other problem here now is that with only 3 survivors, they need to both turn off this event and then waddle their way through the doors and stuff. So I do not, as you said before, I definitely do not foresee Team Ayamanashol making this. Boomer's going to go out there and land onto Rochelle. I need to see if they keep the spitter or if they sack it, because they want that tri-cap. We know they want the tri-cap.
Indeed, and they might just go for damage right here. Relapse looking for a pounce. We have a Charger spawning up at the front. Hunter working his way in for a pounce to try and look for one of the survivors. Got a pick on Nick, gets dead stopped and actually killed off. Charger does land on a Coach, and that's going to be spit down onto him. That's definitely going to man that cap. And I say Nick just runs. And yeah, Nick's just going to start running for it. He knows that Rochelle was boom, so the horde will be on her for a little bit longer. And Rochelle's going to try and pick up Coach, but I don't know how she's going to fare. She gets pulled in the back. Actually, tongue breaks. So Rochelle is still free for the time being. Smoker's going to have an instant recharge up. And he's looking for the replay.
Yeah, and the other thing is Kyo is indeed black and white, and now that's going to be a down on Too Loud. And it's just Kyo right now with his grand total of 1 HP, and he will go down by common. So that's going to be a nice chapter by Team 757, and they're going to extend their lead to almost 800 points.
Indeed, so definitely turning into a little bit of a one-sided game here, but I mean, if 757 messes up here on the 3rd or 4th map and, you know, Ayamanashol can just capitalize on it, they can make it happen. There's nothing holding them back, and these maps worth a lot of points to say the least.
True, but going into the 3rd chapter and stuff like that, the brutal tank spawns in both these chapters can really go the way of whichever team has a lead. And what we're about to see right here when we get in, the tank's going to be at 79%. So for the team with the lead, that really gives them some room for error here. Because even if they make it to the tank and wipe there, that's still going to get pretty much 3/4 of the distance points.
Indeed. So yeah, Ayamanashol is definitely not out of it, but they have a long way to go to get back into it. And by into it, I mean a tie.
Right. I mean, and there's for those who don't know, we do not play the parish finale of the bridge, so there are only 2 more chapters for Team Ayamanashol to turn this around, which they can do, as we mentioned, but it's going to take a lot of work, and they need to work on that survivor play.
As Ninja said in chat, can't wait for the Jacob game, or he said can't wait for Jacob's game. I just said can't wait for Jacob game. Because that's really all that's going to be. It might as well just be that grammar that we use. Because we're not even going to be talking. I'm just going to be laughing the whole game, I'm sure. But we're going to be going live with the first half of the 3rd map here. Team 757 on Survivor side. About 600 points up. Or no, 800 points up. Man. First attack going in. Boomer misses completely. Charge going out onto Alice, though. And a nice pull going out to complement it. Can be a little bit of damage. About 22 damage coming out from Ayamanashol over onto 757. And we're going to see Survivor just push up here.
I'd like to give a shout out here actually to Dylan of Team 757 because this is this guy's first tournament, and throughout this entire thing we've seen him repping Team 757, just going at it with that shotgun, and I think he's gotten both the SI MVPs twice this game, and he's just repping it right now. Like, I mean, as somebody else who's playing in their first tournament, props to him.
Yeah, I mean, if this is the same Dylan that I've known for a while, I don't know if it is, but Dylan was always a good player. So, I mean, I'm glad to see him in his first tournament, though. I never knew that he never played in a tournament. Boomer going in, looking for that initial boom, doesn't land it, so there's going to be 3 SI up to make something happen. Hunter, Jockey, Charger working the land. Hunter does land. Jockey's looking for the pounce, not managing to land anything yet. Charger does get shut down by a golf club in the hands of Nick, I believe it was, or else one of the other.
Dylan, yeah.
And yeah, we're going to see Survivors yet again just push forward here, trying to take this bus drop. They should drop it on contested because there's no SI up in general. So yeah, we're just going to see the Survivors keep pushing the way through here underneath the shed, and probably up to the camper up ahead, which is probably where they'll meet their next attack.
Indeed, and like we mentioned before, we're going to be seeing the tank at 79%, which is 54, so not a whole lot of incident here of massive proportion coming from the special infected. Really, all Team Ayamanashol can do right now is try to chip him down, and they have the Hunter, Smoker, Boomer, and a Spitter, so it's an okay 2-2, but it's not actually that okay. I lied. It's kind of bad.
Well, they have... If they can get a separation pole and a nice boom out, and Hunter can actually land, basically everything has to land. If one of these things don't land, it's not going to do much. Nice double boom going out to initiate it. That's definitely a good foretelling of what's going to happen here. Hunter is working away in. Smoker wasn't visible, looking for a pole. Hunter gets sets up though. That's going to spill the end of the attack. Like once that Hunter got killed off, that was the end right there, pretty much.
Yeah, and attacks like that, especially in open areas like we're seeing right here, they're contingent on pretty much all the SI landing, and that's the thing about 757. Say what you will about how they play tanks and stuff like that in Survivor side in some of these games, but when their open field hits come at them and just regular SI, they are great at not letting SI pin them, if you notice, because I think every player on that team is a great shutdown player. Dylan, Relapse, Ken, and World Noise, they all know how to like win those one-on-one matchups against the pinner infected.
Indeed, we have a Charger going for some scratches inside of the house. He kind of threw his life away there, though. I think he did get 2 scratches, though. We have Boomer going out onto Nick. Nick is about to get jockeyed if the jockey manages land. Jockey's not managing to connect yet, and he actually gets shut down by Nick. So really nice heads-up play there by Dylan, getting the initial M2 and then just dodging the jockey while he's pushing the common out of the way. And he avoided quite a bit of damage there, because the team really wasn't anywhere near him.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That was a nice play again by Dylan, and that's the thing. When you have somebody who plays shotgun like that, who has just the ability to shut down SI very effectively, it can really help him out. This looks like this Hunter's going to be going in for a sack relatively soon into the hands of Duma here. They're trying to get with the spawns they want for this ladder choke, because looking at Team 757's health, a freaking Relapse is at 100 health still. And that Hunter does go in for a little bit of a tick of damage, and Keo is just kind of running back here. They know if they get this smoker pick, that could be very beneficial. And looks as though they are going to push it here. Keo, a little bad position. Charge is going to go in too. He's going to get a charge there onto Ellis and just kind of drive him back. So there's going to be some damage coming out of this. Spit's going to go in there and actually land a little bit too far. So a little bit of damage, but that's going to throw the infected out of their spawn order now.
Indeed. Though the thing is, Smoker did die first. They will have a Smoker in the next attack lineups at some point in it. And it's yet to be seen what they will have. What died last there? Was it the Hunter?
That was this Charger.
Oh. If it was a Charger, that's bad.
Yeah, they're not going to get it. Smoker, Hunter, Jockey, so... Yeah, Smoker, Hunter, Jockey, Boomer, right. This is not good for Team Ayamanashol.
I mean, if Hunter goes in last, yeah. So let's get out on the ladder. That should be the only SI we see going here. Even the Boomer, I wouldn't be happy with the Boomer. They do have a Witch at 54%, so she should be out on the other side of the manhole here. Jockey spawning up and trying to look for some sort of separation jock in the back. Nothing going to come from that, though. And I do hear that lovely Witch.
That's the lovely Witch and the lovely Smoker compatriot. Now we are going to see... the Boomer kind of claw there too. They managed to get the Charger that they wanted, but it's gonna be no Spitter, so it's a pretty good hit, all things considered, especially with the sack order that they had before. So let's see what Team Ayamanashol can pull off here.
I mean, what 757 is probably gonna try and do here, they're gonna try and get the Boomer pop. It's not gonna work though. Probably they're going to send 2 survivors, but just run to the left, and indeed that's what they do. They try to go to the left. Smoker bullets land. Charger gets an initial charge there on the coach. And actually, one survivor managed to shoot her shoulder by accident. It was Alice, so it's going to be World Noise's health bonus gone. She wasn't actually that all much health bonus to begin with, though. I think she was down to like 25 permanent after that charger way back before the sewer drop. So not all that much health will be lost there. But it is still an in-cap out onto World Noise, the first of this round. And we'll see what Sir Evan can make of this.
Yeah, and the devastating aspects of that hole there, that could have gone a lot worse, and Relapse is still sitting at 87 health. And that's another thing that I've noticed. Oh, they shot a car, though. Ken shot a car. The Hunter's going to go up here for a DP, it looks like. That's a laggy-ass Hunter. And there's going to be a Charger, a Boomer, and a Spitter supporting that Hunter at some point along the line here. Survivor's going to corner up here. Hunter's going to get a nice pounce there on a Nick. Charger's going to go in there. They're actually going to land on the Rochelle. That's going to be spit on that as well. So that's going to be a lot of... Oh, actually, Boomer proxies onto Rochelle, and she does an electric slide out of the spit there.
See, and like that's another one of those little SI things that you have to be aware of. Like when people say that, you know, SI is easy, as we said before, it's not by any means. Like things like that where you put the Boomer next to someone that's in spit, you know, if one of the survivors shoots you, or you know, this isn't another one. If one of your teammate SI scratch you and you pop on the survivor, you basically push the survivor out of the spit. If you know there's not a wall that you're pushing them into. And, you know, there's a lot of little, you know, minuscule decisions, minuscule choices to be made that really do affect how the SI attacks play out. We have another Boomer run, getting the double behind the coach and Nick, and we're going to see the other three cappers work their way in here. Jockey went and pounce onto Nick there for a second. Smoker gets cleared almost instantaneously after connecting with coach, and there's still a Hunter trying to make something happen here, but he's just going to back out and wait for another day.
Yep, and we are going to see our tank up in the hands of Keo, so we are going to be keeping it here due to the fact, as we have mentioned, we only have the 757 Worm. Tank's shooting some long rocks, long rocks, but a little bit off target there. And we can see how exactly this tank decides to commit this. Trying to keep some sight at this point, just throwing those jump rocks there. Curving a little bit too far away from the survivors there. They are somewhat close, but not exactly enough to hit. Tank's gonna start whacking this car here. Now he has to be careful because if the survivors can push past the car, they can really screw him up. So that car's gonna go flying in there and barely misses Kenton. Jockey and Smoker and a Hunter are still up for the special infected here. Gonna get a one punch onto Dylan, another punch onto Dylan. So that's an in cap there. Gonna smack Kenton as he's being pulled. And Hunter and Jockey are going to be covering now. Kenton has gotten free, trying to kill this Hunter over there. Tank's going to go over there and save his Hunter friend, pretty much. And turning around, that will indeed be down on Kenton. So now it's just Relapse and World of Noise still up. Tank has about 2k health left, but it's getting shit down pretty well. That walk went way too far, and he's not going to be able to really punch him on top of the ambulance. They're doing a nice job of kiting him, knocking this car around still, trying to get a miracle hit. That car's been flying for no reason, and the tank's dead.
So indeed, actually a lot of damage coming out there by the tank. Tank just doing work. Not all that much SI support coming in from his team. Just really just beasting in there, separating the survivors with the car and just picking them off one by one. We have an attack coming in. Charger looking for some punches. Lands one punch onto her shell after getting the 2 damage worth of stumble onto her. And Relapse is once again holding that health bonus. I know we did cast one of 757's games like 2 weeks ago, I think, and people thought we said that Relapse carries 757. That's not what we said. We said Relapse carries the health bonus. Like, he's always the last person at 100. And he's...
Yeah.
We don't know if it's their team plan or it's just how he plays. Like, if he keeps his teammates in front of him or, like, puts them between him and the SI. We don't know how it works, but he's always the last person with health bonus. And you can watch any VOD and that'll be the truth. And he's also the person always at 100.
Yeah, I've known him for a while, and it's just his positioning is so good that he avoids that kind of danger, and he's very good at clearing and taking on those one-on-one matchups. Watching him there, though, like he's just really, he can either dead stop or just kill it. He kills the jockey there after the Hunter got skeeted, not putting himself in harm's way of the Charger, and that's another shutdown. It's nice positioning.
Indeed, he's just really aware of what's going on. He stays away from the damage, even if it means he's not getting the kills or the common infected, MVPs every round. It doesn't matter to him. He just wants to keep the health bonus alive, and in theory, that's what matters. It's not even in theory. It's in fact, it's what matters. You want to keep that health bonus up, and he's doing a big favor to his team by keeping it there.
And he's not being selfish about it either. Like, he does clear his teammates. He's perfect covering them. He gets kills on boomers like he just did there. And so, I mean, it's a really very nice situation here. And see, we're going to do some nice attack going in here. They actually do manage to get Jockey on Relapse for a couple ticks of damage. He's going to be over there to, he's going to be able to go over there and clear that smoker as well. And then, yeah, pretty much, that's another... It's a pretty good shutdown by Team 757. They took a little bit of damage. Looks as though Team Ayamanashol might get one more hit before a save for him.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a partial hit that'll turn into the other two being able to make their way in there at the very end. Charger going gets a one punch, and I think he might have got the other punch. I'm not too sure. I heard the machete sound, I know that. But at least one punch going out onto Rochelle at the very least. Spitter goes in for the delay spit. And we're going to have a Smoker and Jockey and see what they can manage to make happen here. Smoker rocketing his way in. Jockey gets shut down right away, and Smoker does just as well. So that'll be the end of the SI's turn here. And Sorofus actually managed to make it the safe one with... I don't mean to put that in chat. But, yeah.
Oh my god, that's perfect. This is perfect there. Kiss me with the SI MVP.
God damn, I hurt.
Why did you have that?
Oh no. It's next to my health bonus bind. Like that bind is O and my health bonus bind is P.
Kiss me.
Needless to say, I fat fingered it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, currently at the time, I think Team Ayamanashol really needs to just beast this round because they have indeed let Team 757 make the safe room here in the third chapter, and that is giving them, before Team Ayamanashol Survivor turn, a 1,507-point lead to crawl out of. And Relapse posting his retort to you there with 12,432 damage and 24 kills. So, I don't know, Kissme, I think he might have just...
I don't believe that. 12,000 damage? I think it's staged. It's a lot of damage. But we have another initial attack coming here by 757 on that Ayamanashol. Nice double cap and almost turning a triple cap. Charger there. He's going to take the guy that's smoke. That's going to be a lot of damage onto him as he's hoarded and he's getting powered away there. Coach is going to be down to under 50 HP after the first hit. Jockey actually going to make him slow, and he's going to make Duma slow after the first hit. Beautiful heads-up play there by the SI. And,
yeah, Team Ayamanashol just not handling these first hits well at all.
Definitely not. Doom is saying they tri-capped me, which actually they did. Smoker had a piece of them, Charger took a piece of them, and then Jockey put him away pretty much at the end there.
Yeah, just funneling that damage again onto Team Ayamanashol from Team 757. Another attack's going to be coming in relatively soon with the Hunter, Jockey, Boomer, and a Charger. That Boomer's going to be looking for a spawn right now. It's going to get nicely popped by Spartan. They have a nice Jockey there onto Keo in the room, and the Charger's going to miss, though. Hunter's going to get skeeted, but that's going to be another survivor into slow territory. This is not going Ayamanashol's way at all.
Yeah, they're not managing to shut down these SI as they need to be. They're just eating scratches left and right. They're eating damage left and right. It's just really messy survivor play, and it's what I said they need to really work on and really tighten up on them in these next maps if they want any chance of like making this comeback happen. And from these initial two attacks, it's just not happening.
These initial two attacks have really proven exactly what's going on here. Loud still maintaining most of his health up, 96 HP, and Spartan right now is actually sitting at 59 HP permanent, but again, tank to deal with. Ladder event to deal with, not looking good. The Boom's going to get a single boom there on the Coach, and then they're going to get a pull on the Keo coming forward. Hard's actually going to take that. Spit's going to go on them as well. That's going to be another some other permanent health chip there on the Keo, and yeah, pretty much not. 757 is dominating at this point.
Yeah, it just seems like whatever they do lands, it works, and they're not changing a thing. Pretty much, the Hunter knew he was going to have a hard time landing on it than anyone else because there was literally only one person that was boomed and one person that was smoked. So he decided just to take the guaranteed thing. He jumped on the person that was smoked and just said, spit on me. And Spitter threw down the spit, and they took the damage that they got.
And it worked really, really well. And now it looks as though Team 7x7 is going to try to look for the optimal spawns for this ladder choke. Probably going to send a hit in before then. Boom's going to go in there and just going to get M2'd and shut down. And they're going to send the attack in, as a matter of fact. So Charger is spawned on the roof. Smoker running around down below. Got the Jockey still waiting to spawn here. Charger's just going to stay on the roof there, chilling out. You know, Juan just sitting there enjoying the view. Jockey's going to get a nice Jockey, though, on Duma. And that's going to be a nasty situation here. Cover Pull's going to go out there onto Ellis as well. That's even more damage. Charger going Fist City now onto Duma in the corner, just completely destroying whatever semblance of him is left. They're going to go in there and get more fists. This Charger, Juan's going crazy with these punches. Holy cow.
Wow. I think World of Noise just got something like 8 or 9 punches.
Just M2, 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 and that, look at what it's done to Team Ayamanashol's health now. Like the highest survivor they have right now is Loud, and he only has half of his starting green health. And that, like we said, ladder choke and tank. This is not good.
This is the polar opposite of good for Ayamanashol. But it's a polar opposite of bad for 757. I mean, they're playing amazing SI support. They're just really all on the same page. Whoever's calling for them is doing an amazing job, and they're just, you know, doing what has to be done. And Ayamanashol is just not taking it very well. They're just eating everything that seems to be thrown at them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that exactly has to do with it. It might be a little bit demoralized because of the score or something like that, but they're not going to be happy when they realize exactly the spawns that Team 757 is getting either. They have the Spitter, the Jockey, and the Smoker. Oh, yeah, and a Witch for good measure on top of the hole. And they got the right spawns, Charger, too. So this is going to be a brutal hit coming out from Team 757. Coach is trying to get up right now. Charger needs to spawn. Charger actually doesn't have to spawn in. They're going to get the pull there on a Coach, and they're going to cover it, and the Charger's going to go up there, and it's going to actually land a beautiful charge onto Rochelle. That's Dylan with a clutch charge. That's all of Loud's permanent health. They killed the Witch and got 25 points, so there's an alarm off now, and they have a 2 cap out, and this actually might even be a wipe.
This could very well be the wipe. Smoker does get the repull on the Coach. Pretty much it's only Nick and Ellis up in the back. They have to clear their teammates and make them happy. Rochelle's dead. I mean, Loud did manage to get the kill on the Witch and those 25 points, as you said, but Charger still landed on them, and Loud's still dead. So in the end of the day, at least they got the 25 points of this.
Yes, yeah, and I mean, it's going to be a pretty tough task now going into this 4th chapter if they do indeed wipe here. That's going to be a Hunter going out onto Ellis in the corner there, so Spartan's also in-capped, and there you go. That's the wipe. And that's going to put, with those extra 25 points, it's going to be just around an 1,102 point lead for Team 757 going into the 4th map. Very nice game by 757 so far.
Wow. I was honestly expecting a closer game, but 757 definitely doesn't want to be out of this tournament. They just seem to really buckle down on everything in general. It's really cool to see. I mean, they did good in the first 4 weeks, don't get me wrong, but it just seems like the Survivor play now is just something different. Like, they're just really on the same page, and even the SI side, like, they're just hitting things constantly. It's like they're not messing up a single SI attack. They're taking what they can get. They're not being over greedy, and they're just going with it.
Yeah, I agree, and now with the tank spawn that we have here too, like even if 757 just manages to make it to the tank, they're going to extend their lead probably by about another 350 points. So it's probably going to be like a 1450, and that's just, honestly, we saw it in the last game, and interestingly enough, oh my god, interestingly enough, Team AG Tailflip was not able to overcome such an insurmountable. Not looking good for Team Ayamanashol right here.
Sorry, I muted you for a second. I didn't make an emoticon in chat. Man, we're gonna have a Charger be-opping his way in here. Look for the charge. Gets one punch on the Coach, but misses the charge in the very end. And Smokers gets shut down. Jockey still pouncing around, look for something to happen here, but gets shot down by the survivors. So initial good attack there. Let me go and switch my HUD over so you guys can see what's going on. And about 18 damage going out by Ayamanashol on J757 after the first hit. I don't think we've seen Ayamanashol do that much damage to 757 on any first hit. And we've seen 757 do like monsters worth of damage to Ayamanashol in the first hits.
Just destroying them. It's not even funny. Like, we do have a Witch Witch up right now, so we'll see exactly when Team 757 decides to take that Witch. They will have to take another hit here too with the Charger, Jockey, Boomer, Spitter. Bruce's gonna go in there and get a nice 2-boom actually on both Ellis and the Coach. And we're going to see the rest of the attack probably coming in sometime soon with that Charger, the Spitter, and the Jockey ready to poised to go in, just winning and barreling down the survivors and not doing anything at all.
Indeed, and we're obviously 757 is not going to push the Witch while 2 people are boomed, and there's 3 SI still up. So we're just going to sit here and wait for the horde to clear. It is finally clear, so yeah, we're just going to sit here and see what happens here. We get to hear this Witch just complain for the next minute or so.
Nick is trying extremely hard to get this crown here. Charger is set up right on it. He might be able to just kind of peek around the corner and get it if Charger backs up. He's gonna actually get it right now. And Witch is going in, and oh god, what just happened?
That is the beauty of Witches in this game.
That Smoker, Jockey, and Spitter all collided with Dylan and the Witch around the same time, and it was just a cluster of hitbox versus hitbox, and I think the Witch just freaked out.
The Witch said, "I don't want it." I thought it was just because the Smoker pulled him, and for some reason Nick got pulled up into that little tree there, and it just messed with her pathing or something. I really don't know what else to make of it. That was just different. I can't think of any reason as to why she actually spazzed out. We're gonna have an attack coming in. Oh, nice shot there by Dylan actually. and popping that boomer before the boomer can even really get off the roof at all. We have a jockey, charger, and a hunter trying to work their way in here. They might just wait for them to actually start coming in. No, jockey's gonna throw his, but in there right away, and then there's still two SI just kind of loafing around. I think
yeah, I'm not sure who's gonna be. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna be tank here. Honestly, the tank should be up relatively soon though.
It must have been the jockey. I don't see why they would have done the jockey in there.
Guns here. Reloading.
This hunter is doing some very interesting calisthenics on the roof. Just kind of like popping around, waiting for this tank to spawn up. Gonna be a spitter, charger, hunter, and a jockey now, and we are gonna have a tank up into the hands of Duma. So the teammate slash sub who came in the second chapter will now indeed get his tank. And as we mentioned throughout the entire game, we're gonna keep it right here to narrate exactly what's going on. This hunter is having a fun time, kind of bouncing off the wall. They're gonna have a charger and a spirit to help cover this too. Survivors are going to be trying to go back over now, so Hunter's going to jump in there. Charger tried to climb over, actually. It's going to get a nice double charge there on the Survivors, and the Hunter might actually be able to land on Dylan too, but no, doesn't get it. Tank's going to try to push in right now, though, and as the tank tries to move in, he's probably going to try to smack something, smacks the car, and now he's going to try to cut the Survivors off as they try to move their way back inside. Loud saying, "What the fuck?" I have no idea why, but probably because of the Hunter.
Yeah, because Dylan wasn't even all the way up from his get up animation, but he still managed to get the M2 out onto the hunter. It's just one of those things, like, you don't see the animation, but the M2 still goes out at a certain point. It's kind of unfortunate. Tank's going to B-hop his way, and they're going to get shut down immediately after the B-hop. He got kind of slowed down there, so he's going to go ahead and punch Coach down twice, 3 times. One more, Kenton's going to be down, and Kenton is officially down. And we're going to have this tank trying to push some cars in here, trying to get some more incaps, maybe a kill on one of the Survivors. Doom is definitely looking for a kill here. They need to make something happen. Something big at that. And he might just go for the kill. He should just go for the kill on the coach. Yeah, he's just going to go for it. Tank is down to 1,000. He needs one more hit on the Kenton. He's not going to get the kill, is he?
No. Wow, that was unfortunate there because he decided to focus on the survivor that was nearest to him instead of getting that kill. So, questionable decision there by Duma.
Yeah, I think he should just... Oh, nice level there by Dylan, saving a bit of damage there for his teammate. And Doom asking why did his teammates go so fast. I'm guessing it means why did they go in with the tank so early. Kind of unfortunate there, but you know, it just is what it is. He should have just gone for the kill onto Coach, though. I think he got too greedy and he wanted more in caps. But a death is more than enough. It sets up for the tri-cap wipe, so...
Yeah, and unfortunately, with this way the score's looking right now, 1,500 points just about, with all 4 survivors, 757. Juan still has, holy crap, 96 health, and gets a nice pop there by Ken on that boomer. Hunter's going to get nicely skeeted by Dylan, and Dylan's also going to kill the other 3 SI, because Dylan don't give a crap. And this has been a very, very impressive performance by Team 757, and Dylan in particular.
Yeah, Dylan's definitely putting on a show here for us, getting a lot of the SI kills and whatnot. Just playing out a survivor to his heart's content.
Yeah, just taking that shoddy and just showing Ayamanashol he means business. And they are going to see another attack come for Ayamanashol right now with a charger, a jockey, a hunter, and a boomer. So it's up now to 757 just to keep pushing their way forward in this map. They're playing extremely well. That hunter is now spawned up, kind of doing some kickflips off the top there. That's a nice 18 damage pounce on the coach. Nice double boom going out, and then that charger will also land on the relapse, getting a little bit more health bonus chip. But Juan is still sitting at 96 HP.
Indeed, for those of you that are waiting for the We Are the Gamers vs City 17 game to begin, that will be or starting, I should say, in about 40 minutes, and we will indeed have war rooms for you guys. With that,
God.
And I'm looking forward to that game with bated breath.
That's going to be an insane game, and we're going to, I mean, for those of you who don't know, the last time We Are the Gamers played was week 3, and I'm sure a lot of people do know that was probably the funniest cast in the history of Left 4 Dead 2, if not online gaming in general, because it was that good.
Yeah, definitely a colorful commentary. I'm just gonna say We Are the Gamers basically commentated that whole game. They probably said more than we said.
We gave commentary, but it was mostly just guttural laughter.
I, at one point, ended up in the fetal position next to my desk.
Yes. Because when they started playing the Trollolo song,
I don't think it was that. Was it another thing?
Yeah, it was. When they played it in War Room in the middle of the 3rd chapter, after playing Britney Spears.
Oh, maybe it was... I don't remember what it was. So, but yeah, but
was
something made me just... yeah. I just
Don't
remember
get a nice skeet there. Yeah, and then that Boomer does manage to land too. Charge is going to be going in here. He's going to get chipped down and killed before he's able to go back in. So yeah, and World Noise right now is holding the bulk of that health bonus. Relapse and Dylan contributing just a little bit, but Juan still is holding 96 HP. Go Juan, go.
Yeah, World Noise definitely turning things around here. People must be telling her what we're saying. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to carry the health bonus now. And Relapse is just way down in health. And World Noise is just absolutely beasting it with, well, as Rail said, a 96 permanent health bonus right now. And it's just absolutely massive. And I thought she just popped the pills there for a second. I thought
she probably will.
She's probably like, no relapse, no pills.
No relapse, they're mine. Boomer's gonna miss his boom there as well, and geez, that's gonna be another shutdown pretty much by Team 757. Except for that boom going out into relapse and screaming, ah, Jesus.
I'm just paying attention to the World Noise's positioning now because I want to see where she puts herself when every SI attack comes in. Like right there, she was in the back room. She was like, nope, nothing's coming towards me. And I just want to see where she puts herself during these attacks.
Yeah, and now they are moving up the stairs here. They only have a couple, like maybe 2 more hits to take, 2 or 3, depending on how fast they move to get to the safe from here. If they make it with this bonus, that'd be pretty massive.
Yeah, that's going to be even bigger than I think we saw Serious Business or AG make it with in the previous game. Yeah, definitely bigger. Wow, that's actually a huge health bonus.
Yeah, it is. And we have the attack. Oh, nice skeep by Dylan. And then World Noise actually did take a couple ticks of damage there, I do believe. So she's down to 93, so 1 tick of smoker pull there. Spit delay, and Coach Ken just going for it there, saying, screw health, I need distance. Going there, and it's going to take a lot of that spit damage. And the rest of Team 757 is going to be pushing through here, saying they triggered an alarm with a hit when they actually did not, of course, because whenever you shoot in a car that could be alarmed on this, it's just a bug, and then it says you did shoot an alarm. So that's just how that works. And it looks as though, with only 1 more hit to take, they're going to make it in with a massive health bonus, Kissme.
Definitely, and there's absolutely nothing stopping it. So I had this one attack. Charger gets shut down almost immediately, though. They actually didn't even care about clearing the smoker. They shut down the Charger before clearing the smoker pole.
That was a beautiful shutdown. And World Noise, 93 permanent health on this map is insane. I gotta give props to Team 757. Another nice shutdown by Relapse. They're gonna make it in with a massive health bonus right here for 580 points. Dylan repping the SI MVP again. 4,791 damage, 19 SI kills. You got World Noise with 93 health. So you got Relapse shutting stuff down, being not given pills, and you got Kent running through spit. That's Team 757, and I think they won this one, Kissme.
Yeah, it's mathematically actually impossible for Ayamanashol to make a comeback at this point in time. We might just see them plus forward tank, who knows.
Possibly, but I mean, you gotta give it to Team 757. We came in here saying it was probably gonna be a little bit close, and Team 757 just said, you know what? We're gonna prove Rails and Kiss Me wrong. We're gonna go out here and just absolutely beast this after changing servers, after doing all this stuff, and after substitutions on the enemy team, and they're probably gonna win, I'd say, by over 1,500 points.
I'm trying to recheck, because chat just started blowing up.
Did we do?
No, they're talking about LAN and playing seriously and how hunters are pub level. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Pub level hunters, man. That's why these are the new pubs right here. Matches are the new pubs.
Exactly.
Gonna be seeing an attack going in right now with a smoker and a jockey landing at the exact same time on 2 survivors. Charge is gonna go in there and it's actually gonna miss his charge there. Spit's gonna go in and spill into nothing. Charge is gonna get a couple of punches and a little bit of damage going out right here, but again, it's kind of a moot point considering the score.
Indeed, we're just gonna have Ayamanashol just kind of pushing forward here. I mean, they have to know it's pretty much over unless they failed algebra just like I did. It's pretty much, you know, just adding up the distance and health bonus. They can't do it.
Yeah, it's just not possible here, and then obviously still the tank there. So Charger, Boomer, Smoker, Jockey, 14, 757, adding another infected hit to their roster here. You know, just ready to go in and destroy Team Ayamanashol again. And honestly, though, that's been the main problem, though. Team Ayamanashol's inability to take down the boomed hits, honestly.
Yeah, it seems like whenever Boomer lands, the other survivors kind of get panicky, and they just don't stick together as a group. And then they end up getting pulled or hunted or what have you, and you know the boom guys just can't get the clears fast enough. Witch is starting to get soda, and she's actually going to go right after Coach. I think he was too close, and she gets glitched as well. So Witch pathing gets an A+ for this game, and that's actually going to be a nice jock onto Coach. Going to be a lot of damage actually. I wasn't expecting that much to go out, but Duma takes quite a bit of damage from that.
Yeah, again, with another boomed attack going like that, it seems as though Team Ayamanashol is not able to focus on a lot of the stuff that goes on with the infected hits this entire game. And that's weird, because I really hadn't noticed that with them before, but there's something about the map, maybe, I'm not sure. Wait, Kissme?
What were you saying? I'm trying to like read chat and understand what's going on.
I'm just throwing random stuff out there and see if you agree or disagree, you know. We have another attack here going in. Smoker's going to get pulling a coach forward. Nice try beam going out. Charger is going to unfortunately miss his charge. And Spit will have nothing to spit on, but we will be taking it over to a final Team 757 war room some point here.
Yeah, I believe the tank spawns way up ahead though. Like they have to get to the 3rd floor of the apartments for it to spawn. So we have... There's definitely going to be one more tank on, or a tack on the way back through this little alley here and over the van, so we have that to look forward to. But yeah, there's definitely a tank coming up, and it's on the 3rd floor, somewhere on the place. I'm not sure exactly where. And there we go. Tank has been triggered, and it's going to be in the hands of Kent and Force 757. We can keep it here for one attack, this attack on the van, and then we'll throw it over.
Yep, and it's going to be a jockey, a boomer, and a charger, so a nice separation attack here, and not a confusion can be caused by Team 757's hit. Boomer's going to spawn up here right now, it's going to get a nice triple boom. Charger's going to go in there and it's going to get shut down, then jockey's going to try to land on the coach. Actually does manage to land on the coach. Al has to get this clear, and he manages to, and that's a lot of damage again, going out on Team Ayamanashol from Team 757. How about we take it over to a final 757 war room, Kissme?
Let's go right to it.
Go it!
That'll keep me tight.
Second pass.
Yeah, you go. Spread the damage as much as possible. Nice. Help him.
Nice.
So, a nice car hit there at the very end to finish off this game. We're going to have 757 obviously taking the win here over Ayamanashol. Someone just got kicked from the game.